And now, a moment we have all been waiting for. Okay, we have a very special guest with us today. We are so excited to have Chef Dave with us today. He is known not just for his delicious plant based dishes, but also for inspiring many to make kinder food choices. Good morning, Chef Dave. We are so excited to have you here today.
Good morning.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. And thank you so much for this opportunity. And let me be part of this as well.
What an honor, actually, because Chef Dave, I usually see you on TikToks and Instagram, but today I actually have the chance to interview you, like directly. Of course, it's a webinar, but yeah, it's such an honor. So,
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
yes, Chef. So, Chef, just a quick question. What actually inspired you to become a chef? And how did your journey with plant-based cooking begin?
I started cooking, not really cooking, but busy around in the kitchen since I'm 5 years old because I grew up with my grandmother a lot. And when as a small kid, I was trying to, learn to play around. And my grandma always gave me onion and garlic. She said, okay, help me to peel this. So that's the first thing that I have ever experienced, the ingredients that I have touched. So that's how my cooking journey started. I always around the kitchen helping my mom, my grandmother. But right after finish my secondary school, I realized I'm not a person who's really into education, like not a person who can study, but I love practical stuff. I love cooking, I love food, I love travel around. So I decided to further my studies in culinary art and hospitality management. So right after my studies, I was working in a five-star hotel and I work with crews. I travel around different part of the world. But one day something struck to my mind when I watched a video on social media. I watched a video how egg industry actually produce egg as well as how dairy industry produce milk. So it left me shocked with how's the practices in the industry. And as a chef, obviously I care about where does my ingredient coming from. So that actually moved me to reconsider and think about is that every food that we eat is really necessary for our body or we are just eating it because we have been taught that way. So from there onwards I learned about vegan cooking and I start to explore about plant-based cooking, vegan cooking, trying to see if we can make all these beautiful Malaysian dishes without using animal-based food. And the journey was really exciting. So it has been 5 years now. And at the beginning stage, a lot of people have discouraged me because I was in the top of the industry. I'm doing absolutely great job and suddenly exploring something completely new just because of want to follow what my heart says because I just can't unlearn what I have newly learned. I can't try to be turned blind once I see the truth. So the journey was exciting, and today we have nearly about 3 million people following our journey from different part of Southeast Asia. So yeah, that's the whole reason why I became plant-based and this cooking all started mainly because of animals. Yeah.
And the love that you have for animals, so which this actually imbibes the non-violence, the value of
Yeah.
non-violence within us. So, Chef Dave, you just said that it has been a wonderful journey, but I'm sure that your journey was just not a bed of roses, right?
Yeah.
So what was the biggest misconception that people have about plant-based diets, especially like those around you? Were they
Okay.
encouraging or were they discouraging? How did you face them?
Actually, I think the biggest misconception is people think when you are on a plant-based diet or vegan diet or vegetarian diet, you should be healthy. I think as a human, we should benefit out of a diet. that is what most people believe in. But especially when talking about vegan diet, that actually which I was championing, mainly when we look into the diet, right, it's not necessarily we have to benefit from it. At times some other factors can be benefit from it. For example, the environment that we are living in, this mother earth, as well as animals, the non-sentient, the sentient being around us as well. So vegan diet not necessarily should benefit us, but it can benefit others, like the animals, environment. But of course it can benefit for our health if we are wisely choose a good plant-based diet, because plant-based diet can be very unhealthy as well. For example, French fries, like sodas, vegan ice cream, mock meats, highly processed food. All these are considered vegan, but they are not necessarily healthy. So only when you consume a whole food plant-based, which is the food are in nature form, are less processed, just like Dr. Mahler, I guess earlier she was sharing about different type of food. So if we choose the right food, yes, of course, it will benefit your health. And so the misconception people have is like, how can you be someone who eating plant, but you are still fat? People started to judge you. People started to, have words on you for whatever you choose to live in your life. So this is something that I keep educating Malaysian, that not necessarily a vegan diet or plant-based diet can be healthy. Only a whole food plant-based diet or a whole food diet can be, healthy.
Thank you so much. And Chef Dave, just I'm sure that you have mentioned you did face challenges, and the challenges, it can sometimes it can be unhealthy, but
Mhm.
we also have the choice of being mindful,
Yeah.
mindful eating. And you did touch on how being plant-based, it not only it just not help yourself, but it's actually
Mm.
also the ecosystem, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Farm and all that.
And like for my personal experiences, yes, when I started, I truly do that because of against the injustice that happening to animal and also the ecosystem. But then as time goes by, I also do realize that actually this diet can be really healthy for myself if I just have to remove all the processed food. So to someone like me who really love food, who really, don't care about my health, to straight away jump into something really healthy could be something really a serious game. So for me, from a vegan diet, slowly move into a whole food plant-based diet. And these days I'm like, trying to be more mindful of whatever I'm eating and all that. It takes some time that actually the way and our habits actually will make us realize and make our body to understand actually you are just one step away to choose wisely. I think you will be more mindful once you started to change your attitude towards how you see food. Yeah, a lot of time people believe like your attitude will change your habit, but I also believe that your habit will change your attitude towards how you see food as well.
And Chef, so actually in this call today, we have got lots of young adults.
Mm-hmm.
So very common question, and I have this question in within myself. Yes, plant-based diet is really healthy, but I think the main issue that we face here, the ingredients,
Mm-hmm.
it's way off budget at times in the market. It's really expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
how do we make it possible for young adults, working adults, to actually practice a vegan lifestyle, maybe, but
Mm-hmm.
according to budget? Any advice on that?
To be very frank, I personally believe that vegan products are expensive. It's a myth and it's a lie that keeps spreading over the years. Because if you look into what are the real vegan ingredients that as a Indian or as a Malaysian we should actually use, are all these purple, dal, chickpeas, black beans, mung beans. All these are vegan proteins that we can be include in our daily protein intakes. Like for example, tempeh, tofu, and I don't understand since when all these ingredients become expensive, and what are the vegan ingredient we are talking about? Are you talking about the vegan milk, vegan yogurt, vegan butter, vegan cheese? Since when all these ingredients become part of our culture? Like we can actually live a vegan diet or plant-based diet without all these ingredients. Like our Malaysian food doesn't like indulge in like butter, cheese, yogurt, and cream and all these kind of thing. Our ancestors were never actually was on such diet. So definitely if you're buying your ingredients from local market, local supermarket, buy local ingredient, cook local grown food, I don't think so it will be expensive. It is only expensive when you go to high-end market areas. For example, you go and shop in Jai Grocer, Village Grocer, you want to eat like vegan pizza, you want to eat vegan cheese, vegan yogurt, then it's going to be expensive,
Yeah,
but
I guess it's hashtag support local. Anyhow.
yeah, I mean, like it depends on your choices.
Yeah.
Even if non-vegan food, you go to KLCC and have a meal, it's going to be expensive versus I buy a nasi lemak from a stall. So you cannot say, oh, non-vegan food is expensive. It depends on where you're actually getting your food. Yeah, so it's completely also depend on what kind of ingredient you are looking at. So personally, I feel like if you guys watch my cooking videos, I use almost 95% all local ingredient that easily accessible here in Malaysia. So, in fact, I realized for the past 5 years, I have saved like almost 40% of my, budget that I used to spend in the market since I removing meat and all that.
So I think that was thank you so much, Chef Dave. I think that was so insightful on how you actually wrapped up beautifully on your journey of vegan lifestyle. You know, respecting ourselves comes with loving ourselves also, right?
Mm-mm,
So it beautifully summarized love, non-violence, how we also help our surroundings
mm-mm.
and maintain peace with the ecosystem. Thank you so much, Chef Dave. I'm
Thank you,
sure
thank
all
you.
your fans in this call, they're dying to ask you questions. So please stay back. We have the question and
Sure.
answer session. I'm sure you'll be having lots of questions later on. Thank you
Sure.
so much.
Thank you so much.